Good morning. Hello, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Coffee Break with Tarot by Laura González. My name is Laura González. What up, the braided Janes? Good morning. Good morning, Gabby. Gabby keeps my mind sane. Gabby is the reason I'm a little bit less crazy than I'm supposed to be. And good morning, Janet. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the Coffee Break with Tarot by Laura González. Today is Wednesday, and we are going to do oracles. We have the Four Agreements Oracle, the Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. Allegedly, the wisdom of the Toltec people, my people. We have the Celebration of Love by Eva Shakmar Sullivan. I finally learned her name. And we have the Gospel of Aradia by the one and only Stacey DeMarco. Wonderful, wonderful oracles. And I'm so excited. I'm so excited because the whole stuff about Parliament of the World Religions is out. We have promotional material and it's just too excited. And I'm going to be at the Parliament of the World Religions here in Chicago. I'm going to be presenting various panels. I'll be on a panel about podcasting, and I'll be on a panel about celebrating the dead. It has a name, but I can't remember. Honoring the Dead, I think it's called. And I'm also going to be on a panel representing Chicago Pagans. So if you haven't got your tickets for the Parliament of the World Religions, they are discounted. They have a 20% discount until the end of April. So you can join us. It's a wonderful experience and I cannot wait to be there. So let's see what the oracles are given today. We have cultivate faith. That's funny. Cultivate faith. Be impeccable with your word. Cultivate faith. This is the image. It's pretty cute. And this image, this card, this oracle says, to have great faith is to have great power because your intent, your will is undivided. When your word isn't dissipated by doubt, the power of your word becomes even stronger. Hi, Diana. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, cultivate faith. The message is very intense and potent. Listen to this. To have great faith is to have great power because your intent, your will, is undivided when your word isn't dissipated by doubt. The power of your word becomes even stronger. I don't care what faith. If you want to believe in whatever you want to believe, I don't care. But if you have enough belief, enough faith that is unbreakable, your intent and your will is right there. And that is beautiful. I really like that message. Any cults or any faiths that tell you that you have to feel fear and that you have to doubt your faith, that you have to believe on temptation, it just doesn't work for me. I believe in this kind of faith that is unbreakable, that is unlimited and undivided, they say. I really like that message. Anyway, speaking of messages, Friday, I'm not going to be here. There's not going to be no coffee break on Friday because I will be at the Maliway Brothers. They're going to have their Fair of Fortunes, and I'm going to be there reading tarot alongside the one and only Magus. So, Magus and I will be on Friday reading the tarot for you at the Maliway Brothers. It all starts at noon. So, of course, I will be there at noon. I'm not going to be on the coffee break. But if you can join us, it's going to be a great event. The Fair of Fortunes is the whole weekend. But yours truly is going to be there on Friday. Like I say, alongside Magus. And then later, there's going to be a book signing by the one and only Deborah Lip. So, you really want to get to the Maliway Brothers on Friday. And do the thing. And then on Sunday, I'm gonna be at the I can't remember the name of this event, but it's at the Royal Palms. Is another version of the Bougie Bazaar. Introduction to Eclipse Season. I think that's the name. It's gonna be on the 16th, and I'm gonna be there from 12 to 7. So come see us there. The Royal Palms. The Royal Palms. I don't know what's going on with my voice. I keep having like a throat problem. Yes, I'm drinking water. Bliss. Bliss. This is a beautiful card. Hi, Alexa Rose. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So we have Bliss, Spirit of the Sand and Sea. And Bliss says, what's the message? Where is the message? It says, you are taking life too seriously. Lighten up and allow more laughter into your life. Draw an imaginary line on the ground and tell your problems and concerns that you will address them in the most positive way, but they're not allowed to cross the line and sap your life energy. What? You are taking life too seriously. Lighten up and allow more laughter into your life. Draw an imaginary line on the ground and tell your problems and concerns that you will address them in the most positive way, but they are not allowed to cross the line and sap your life's energy. Okay, thank God I got it the second time I read it. Uh, sometimes they are a little complicated. What do you want me to do? Anyway, you know how much I hate that. I know you don't care. I know you don't mind. I know you know I'm a human and I have a frog in my throat and you don't give it hoot, but I hate it. That's what podcast has done to me. Because when you're podcasting, you try not to do that. And of course, when I'm recording a podcast, I can mute myself and then clear my throat and then continue. But here I'm live, so you have to hear me clearing my throat, and I hate it. Hi, Vintage Lucket. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, let's see what is our last oracle. Now I must tell you what happened. Two came out. I was pulling one and the other one came out. And when two cards, when they do this, when they slide together, I read them. So the first one we have is escape. This is a very cool image. It's like a warrior or something. So the image is escape. Fuga. Fuga. Escape. And it reads, again with problems. Are you all having a lot of problems? because this is addressing problems too. And if you have a lot of problems, I really hope this helps you solve them. Try to solve or resolve your problems before running away from them. Use escape as a last resort. However, escape can be a wise option if you are in dangers or if all else fails. Consult a wise colleague. Be mindful. This in itself provides an escape. Clear your mind by spending time outdoors. Nature brings clarity. Hi, Nancy. Welcome. There is no choice at times but to run from the lies, to find ourselves the breathing space, to finally act and not stay paralyzed, to preserve our way, to run from tyranny. There is no shame to be safe and flee. I'll read again. Try to solve or resolve your problems before running away from them. Use escape as a last resort. However, escape can be a wise option if you are in danger or if all else fails. Consult a wise colleague. Be mindful. This in itself provides an escape. Clear your mind by spending time outdoors. Nature brings clarity. There is no choice at times but to run from the lies, to find yourself, to find ourselves a breathing space, to finally act, not to stay paralyzed, to preserve our way, to run from tyranny. There is no shame to be safe and flee. You know what I was just thinking? How much my English has improved since I do the coffee breaks because I have to read, and reading has made me improve my English. So thank you. So the next card that we have is fecundity, fecunditas, fecundity. And it reads, fertility is her birthright, but a genuine understanding of fertility goes beyond the ability to have children. It acknowledges that growth of any kind is her true form. Concerns about our ability to attract money or grow our businesses are contrary to the flow of fertility. Plug into the natural cycles of the seasons. A quickening vibrates across the land. All becomes awake and ripens. Ripens? Ripens. Seeds become shoots of green. The morning sky, it brightens. Yeah, it ripens. Um, Everything is full and open, at the ready to expand. The dance of lushness has begun. Take my heart, take my hand. Oh, that is such a beautiful spell. All right. I will read it again. Pay attention. And you can repeat this and watch it a million times so you can write the words, so you can do the spell. So here it goes. Fertility is her birthright, but a genuine understanding of fertility goes beyond the ability to have children. It acknowledged that growth of any kind is her true form. Concerns about our ability to attract money or grow our businesses are contrary to the flow of fertility. Plug into the natural cycles of the seasons. I got lost in that paragraph. So here comes the spell. A quickening vibrates across the land. All becomes awake and ripens. Seeds become shoots of green. The morning sky, it brightens. Everything is full and open, at the ready to expand. The dance of lushness has begun. Take my heart, take my hand. Isn't it beautiful? I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, folks. Thank you so much for being here today. I will see you Monday because Friday I will be at Maliway Brothers and I cannot be at two places at the same time yet. I know. Alexa Rose says how perfect for spring. Yeah, I think all the cards kind of became very spring-like. And I wish you all the best of spring, the best of the seasons. It's gonna get a little colder. It's gonna get a little cooler again here in Chicago because it's Chicago. But we're definitely moving towards warmer weather. So, oh my God, I almost forgot. Thursday, Mystic Chat. If you wanna see me online, Thursday we have the Mystic Chat with Chris Allen and Frederick Aaron, and that is at 7 p.m. on Thursday night. Friday I'll be at the Malleyways, and Sunday I'll be at the Royal Palms on the um, Eclipse season event. And there are a whole lot of more events that are happening. We're gonna have an Earth Day ritual at Malleyways. We're gonna have um, another Beltane Bazaar on the 30th, and all of that you can look up on my link tree, and or be tuned here on the social media. Bye bye, YouTube and Facebook. You are loved.